5 o'clock!
You freaking psychopath!
Clean yourself up.
We had a guy ask for that. You can see longtime follower. You can see we're sitting back at that lower support now in AGIX down here, just like we touched back here, actually a whole slew of it. Then we had that little pump into here. So what I'd be watching for AGIX is this is your major, obviously, support level. It's in the same spot. You run back into it again at the, we got new lower upper resistances up here. Oops. We got some resistance right there. It would start, but you can see now if you broke that, you would bring this over into here because we've moved into the future. So what you got here on AGIX is you're running on that 0.0388 that's been major support way back there, and even farther, that if you watch videos from 3-4 months ago, that we would have talked about it back then. You got your major upper resistance is actually this right here, which is the 0.05142286, and then major lower support is what you're on at 0.03881755. That's your major support, and if you break that, you would quickly flush in a catastrophic loss of money all the way down to 0.016738881, right? So this is where you're trying to hold, and if you're playing this as holding because you're getting bullish for some ungodly reason, you would buy this support down here, and then you would sell this overhead resistance. Or if you're shorting this and you break this blue resistance support box, support where it's at now, you would short it all the way down to your falling channel major support level that used to be upper resistance back a long time ago when we were in that level right there, right? And then I believe you wanted dappt. You can see this one, like we were talking about up here, it did come all the way down and dropped huge flush, and now we're coming down near this underneath support down here that we had. We got to move this. This would be your underneath support because you just did have a catastrophic flush, and that's why we said you don't really want to trade this. Very difficult one to trade, but it would have been a great short trade. And now you're looking at some short covering, right? When they sell your short, they become buyers, so the price has to come up briefly. That's usually why you get that hook nose Jew reversal. Then the shorts come back in and they drive it down even farther. And I'd be looking at a short-term target of a 0.00763 area somewhere down in here. I think that's going to trade down to. And then dappt, the same thing. It did actually come back through here, flip this back to major upper resistance. You can see it drove back down, had a quick spike back up here. If we zoom in, try to delete that. Come on, touch it. There we go. You can see it was a classic. Last time we talked, it was still sitting here, and remember, it flipped this to support, so it was trying to fight and hold with it. Let's move this out of here. It flipped 0.006978 as support, and then you see it flushed on a nice move. We had a nice little volume spike right there. Then we had a return rally, and look, right as you touched it and the 100-day moving average, harshly rejected. That is a confirmation of a pattern breakdown that we're going to come lower, and then you did dive all the way back down, conveniently enough, to the major support level that we haven't changed. The price has just moved along into the future, and we have to move our targets, or our same price level, but just exit them into the future more because it was sitting on top of it. Then we had a nice return rally, and then you get rejected by the 50, then you move up a little bit more and get rejected by the 100, could pump up a little bit more to get rejected by the 200, but then you would come back down for a major double bottom at 0.004920. Like, subscribe, and share.